The world is full of people who, from the outside looking in, are living these amazing, envy-worthy lives. But when you peel back the layers and you start looking beyond the surface, a lot of these people feel absolutely lost and miserable on the inside. They experience an emptiness created by that sense of disconnect from who they truly are, that no number of cars, houses, or material goods can fill. Without a strong sense of self, it can be really hard to know what is going to bring you happiness. The struggle to know yourself shows up in other ways that can undermine your success as well. People who lack that strong sense of self often shrink from opportunities to take on leadership roles, or they choose to keep a low profile, opting to remain a passive bystander in a lot of different situations. They defer to the desires of others, and something as simple as suggesting a restaurant for date night can feel excruciating for these people. So imagine how tough it can be for someone in this situation to set big goals to get what they really want in life. Here's the thing. Not knowing yourself leads to the dissatisfaction that comes from living an indifferent life. If the struggle feels real to you, take heart, because more people encounter this challenge than care to actually admit. I've been there myself, and to this day, I find that I am continually unearthing more and more of who I am as I live more of life. The discovery of your authentic self is not going to happen in one giant leap, but rather it is a journey filled with small revelations along the way. And who you are is going to evolve and change over time as your experiences in life continue to shape your perspective. So let's dive into how you can get to know yourself better. Discovering your true self is going to be an act that takes time and intention. There are a lot of ideas on how to reconnect with your core being, and in my research and experience, I have compiled and recommended many different practices to my clients to help them deepen that sense of self. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 of my favorites. The first is to tune out the noise, because well-intentioned friends and family members will often tell you what you should do. Marketers are going to tell you what to buy, and social media is going to really influence how you should show up in the world. There are a whole lot of shoulds out there that are pushing you to conform, and it is a busy, noisy world. It is so hard to hear the soft whisper of who you are above the clamor unless you step back and turn that noise down. Meditation, time spent in nature, and journaling are all ways to bring focus back to your authentic self and desires. The second one is to do more of what you love. So if you love flowers, get out in the garden. If you love cooking, take some classes. And if you love to write, buy a journal and a bunch of colorful pens and get creating. How do you know what you love if you're not sure? Reflect on the times that you've been totally in flow, when you felt a sense of boundless joy and time just seemed to pass unnoticed. Be aware of what you were doing in those times and who you were with, because these moments when you're immersed in the things that resonate with your inner self are going to be the ones that really provide that glimpse into what you love and a little peek at who you are. And then try conducting an interview. Small pieces of authenticity poke through all of the shoulds that we have in the world. So ask people who are closest to you if you can take them for coffee and spend some time interviewing them. Ask them what they think your strengths and weaknesses are, what makes you unique, and also what made them gravitate towards you in the first place. The next one is to know who you are not. Our identities are so often entangled in ideas that have nothing to do with who we really are. Most people answer the question, who are you, with what they do for a living, for example, like I'm a dentist, or I answer phones all day. I want to be really clear here. You are not your job. And while we're at it, you're not the home you live in or the neighborhood, you're not the car you drive, and you are not your social media profile. Make a list of all the things you're not and be really conscious of the tendency to identify with them. And here's a challenge. The next time you introduce yourself at a party or event, don't include any of those nots when you're describing yourself. And then lastly, initiate Project You. Start exploring your uniqueness, grab your journal, list out the things you know for certain, like your favorite food, your favorite color, place to vacation, what movie do you love? Are you a dog person or a cat person? What kind of clothes do you love to wear? What do you really like to do in your free time? If you come across something that you're not sure of, dig in and explore, because you might just discover some truly awesome things about yourself. Celebrate that authenticity by creating a vision board that reflects all the things that are uniquely you. Figuring out who you really are can feel like an intimidating project, and it can be hard to know where to start. The good news is that you don't have to have it all figured out along the way. Pick one thing and immerse yourself in it. As you get more comfortable, add more practices and keep exploring. As you begin to get more and more in touch with your authentic self, allow more and more of it to show up out in the world. Don't be afraid to be who you truly are in a world that strives for conformity. In revealing what makes you authentic, you are giving yourself and the world the gift that makes you uniquely you.